Welcome to the Potter Blog site. It's June 5th, 2012. We're extending our maximum alert for a maximum jet stream alert. Stay out of the rain. We're definitely doing our best to stay out of the rain, and we're using our home HEPA air filters full time. The reason for this alert was because of our maximum alert yesterday when we detected 5 times airborne radiation here in St. Louis. Since then, we've had numerous reports come in about elevated airborne radioactivity in the jet stream. Reports from San Francisco yesterday, 3x over background. A report coming right, I believe just north of Calgary in Canada, of 4x reading 12 hours after the rain came through. That was a swipe, and a 3x reading in a rain gutter. We're also at a report of 2x airborne reading indoors, and I believe it's in Virginia. Again, our own airborne reading from the jet stream yesterday after a supercell thunderstorm came through, 5x over background. And there was also a previous report from the radiation network of a elevated detection over Denver over the Memorial Day weekend. Unfortunately, the radiation network's been down through the majority of this time period where this elevated readings have been going on. I believe they're back up now. We believe that there's an ongoing criticality in Fukushima, and it's been going on since April. Our first detection of it was in the 1st of May when we sent in some ground beef to professional lab to be tested. They found some Fukushima cesium, but more importantly, the sample was contaminated with short half-life barium-140, which is a fission product. It's also a soot product. So that's when we initially set off our maximum alert over Memorial Day, and now we've got this 5x reading. Now, what's unusual about this 5 times over background reading is we also did a paper towel swipe off of the truck and got a 29 times over background reading from the paper towel swipe. That's a high reading, but it's not the highest ever. Previously, I believe October of 2011, we had a reading from a paper towel swipe here in St. Louis that was 276 times above background. But there was not a large increase in airborne detection at that time. This time, we've got 5x background and 10 times less on the paper towel swipe than our previous maximum. So we believe this is an actual airborne detection, that this is not necessarily a radon daughter washout, that this is a contamination in the air. And along with those private Fukushima diary radiation work and the other sources that have contacted us, giving us their elevated readings, thanks to Nemo, one of the commentators on the Potter Blog site, gave us a link to the EPA site for downloading current Radnet data. Unfortunately, EPA tends to underreport things. They review and approve data, which means they censor it, and we wrote a blog report about that and made a video about that last year going into great detail. But they can't hide everything. So this data is from St. Louis 5/29 through 6/5, and what you'll notice in here is that on June 4th there was a spike in radiation for a 5-hour period. Normally the radioactivity around here on the EPA page is around 40 something. Sometimes I think it goes as low as 20. But on June 4th it spiked up in the triple digits for 5 hours before slowly coming back down. Now, this was in the morning of June 4th. No rain. Supercell thunderstorm came through our area around 4:39 on June 4th, and that's when we had our detection. If that supercell had come through earlier in the day, then our detection levels, we think, would have been much higher. A supercell has the capability to reach up to the jet stream and pull contamination down, and the jet stream was directly overhead here, as well as in the other places we've previously discussed. One interesting thing of note here is these timestamps. You see here, this is June 4th, 9 a.m. UTC time. That's 6 hours ahead of St. Louis time. If we go down through here, you'll see that we're in the hundreds range. then we skip and the numbers go back down, then we go back up to a triple-digit number. Well, what's happened here is these timestamps are out of order. This recording was made at 1400 hours and 16 minutes. Before it was made at 1600 hours and 15 minutes, and the one before that 1500 hours, and then it skips to 1300 hours. So this reading down here, even though the record is down here, chronologically it should be located here. That tells us that this record has been manipulated somehow, and when they put it back in the database, it got loaded in after the last record that was used. So some unusual activity here. Now we also pulled up the same data for San Francisco because of the 3x airborne reading that was reported there. And San Francisco readings are very interesting because normally their beta counts are in the 10 to 11 range. And if we go look here on May 31st, when we put our Memorial Day alert out, their readings in California spiked to over 12 times background. This was also the same time period that the radiation network indicated a spike over Denver. Now if we go forward to June 4th, you'll also see that there's a spike here on June 4th going up into, where is it? Find it. Here they hid some data. So here's June 4th. You see there's a spike here. And what we've done, just to make it easier to look at, you'll see it goes up into the 50s. What we've done is we've used the EPA to graph the San Francisco data. And on June 4th, the reading was 6 times above background. On Memorial Day, the reading was 12 times above background. So somewhere between these two is where we got the jet stream fallout that came in here in St. Louis. Important thing we do is we stay out of the rain. But given the high airborne detections and the confirmation of detections in Japan from Fukushima Dairy of iodine 131 in dried sewage and incineration fly ash, and these very strange elevated airborne readings, we're continuing our maximum alert for anybody who's located under this jet stream. And if you're under this jet stream, and especially if it's raining, we wouldn't want to be anywhere near any rain from this jet stream. And as you can see, it's making a beeline now into Europe. A little hard to look at Europe upside down, but here we have England, looks like. Is that England? Mm-hmm. And then here's the boot of Italy. Down here's Gibraltar. So you can get an idea where it's coming to next. There's no telling how long this will be ongoing, so I would check the jet stream maps and stay out of the rain. Keep the HEPA filters on and pray. Good night.